Hi, everybody. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Um, First thing that I want to start off talking about is I know that normally we watch two videos. We do a handwriting video and we do a writing video. From now on, we're gonna watch one video, and we're gonna make the writing with the handwriting. So we're gonna practice our handwriting while we're doing our writing. You are going to have one writing assignment that's going to be on that Seesaw app that we do. So if your parents are asking you where the handwriting videos are, you can tell them that they're now part of the writing videos, but you still have one thing to do on Seesaw for handwriting. So if you guys have questions or your mom or dad or whoever helps you has questions, you can email me or text me about the handwriting, but we're going to make it part of writing now. So I wanted to get that out of the way first. So let's get into what our writing is going to be this week. This week, we're going to write about what we want to be when we grow up. So I want you to think about that because right now you guys are 5 and 6. When I was 5 and 6, I'll tell you what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a travel agent. Now, some of you might not know what that is. There's not really a lot of travel agent jobs anymore. A travel agent was somebody who helped people plan their vacations. Now, this was before the internet. Can you imagine? Like, if you go on vacation now, you can just click on the internet and book a airline flight or book a hotel or whatever. When I was your age, there was no such thing as the internet. I'm actually older than the internet. Scary, huh? Super old. So that's what I'm actually going to write about because that's what I wanted to be when I was 5 years old. I totally remember it, even though I'm 41 years old. I remember being 5 and wanting to be a travel agent so bad. So that's what I wanted to be when I was your age, when I grew up. I want you to think about what your favorite job would be, something that you're going to do for your whole life. Now I'm a teacher and I love it. I'm so glad I became a teacher. But there are so many other jobs that you could be. I know my friend Jaden in Johnson and Wales, he wants to be, or he told me before, he might have changed his mind. He told me before that he wanted to be an engineer. And we learned about engineers. They build things and they draw things and they help design things. So that's a really cool job, an engineer. I know Kalia told me she wanted to be a policewoman when she gets older. I think Peyton told me she wanted to be a teacher when she got older. Um, but just remember, you can be anything you want to be when you are grown up. Anything that you want to be, you can be. If you set your mind to it and work really, really hard, you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up. So, right now, what I want you to do is think really hard. What will be the best job in the world for you? What do you want to be when you grow up? Okay, keep thinking. When you're done thinking, if you have to pause the video, totally fine. When you're done thinking, I want you to get a pencil and a paper so that we can start our web. So remember, when we start our web, we start with a circle in the middle, and that's going to be where our topic is. So our topic is what we want to be when we grow up. Now, I'm going to write about how I wanted to be a travel agent because that's what I wanted to be. Although I do love being a teacher. So I'm going to write travel agent. Now I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. And remember, you can make as many lines as you want. If you want to make 8 lines, if you want to make 6 lines, however many lines you want to add to your web, totally fine. So once you decide what you want to be when you grow up, I want you to write it in the middle. If you don't know how to spell it, it's totally fine. Stretch it out using all the strategies that we know how, and stretch it out using your strategies. So if I was going to stretch out travel agent, I would go o. Okay, just as simple as that. Now is our job. Now it's our job to figure out the reasons why that's what you want to be when you grow up. I wanted to be a travel agent, one, because I love to travel. Even when I was 5, I loved to go on vacations. My mom and dad were both teachers, so in the summertime, we would always go camping, and I loved traveling. I loved seeing new places. We lived in the city, so we would go to places that had like mountains and trees everywhere, and I thought it was super cool. So I'm going to write in one of my lines, love to travel. And I thought that if I was a travel agent, that I'd get to travel a lot. So you can think of one of your reasons and you can write it on one of your lines. Another reason I wanted to be a travel agent was because I loved helping people. I thought being able to help people make their travel plans would be really, really cool. So I'm going to write help people. Another reason I wanted to be a travel agent was because I loved something called geography. I don't think I knew what that word meant when I was 5, but I knew that I loved learning about different countries and different states. And I thought that if I was a travel agent, I would get to learn all of those cool places about the world. And I loved that I still love that. But when I was your age, I thought that I would get to learn a lot about geography. So I'm going to write learn about new places. So I need to think of one more reason. So right now we should have 3 reasons. What could my last reason be? What was my last reason? I know what it was. Computers had just started coming out when I was 5, and they were like as big as one room. Like one computer was as big as a whole room. And I remember thinking in my head, whoa, computers are so cool. And if I was a travel agent, I would get to use a computer every day. Now you have to remember, computers weren't like it is now. When I was younger, nobody had a computer. Some people didn't even know what a computer was. So I thought if I was a travel agent, it would be so cool to use a computer. I'm going to write computer as my last reason. So, if you didn't get to write all 4 of your reasons while I was talking and writing mine, that's totally fine. You can pause the video or finish it after the video ends. But by before we end, I want you to make sure that you have at least in your head all 4 of the reasons why you want to be what you want to be when you grow up. And also remember that because we're not doing the handwriting video, I want you to make sure if you have a giraffe letter that you're still making it tall. If you have a monkey letter like a P, you're still it's still going down like a tail. I want to make sure your chicken letters are small and all the same size. Okay. So while we're doing our writing, we're also going to be looking at our handwriting and our letters to make sure that we're making them the correct way. All right, friends? Great job with your web. I can't wait to find out what all of you want to be when you grow up. I will see you tomorrow.